Hey guys, this is Cam315. I am back at it with another video for you guys, and we are back with some more Dragon Ball Super. Now obviously to my Dragon Ball fans on the channel, the reason why I did not do a Dragon Ball Super manga chapter review last week on Thursday, is because I was out with my wisdom teeth being pulled out the day after Dragon Ball Super, the Super manga chapter release. Now, my thoughts on Dragon Ball Super manga chapter, it was a pretty interesting chapter to say the least. I will, admit it, like, it was pretty interesting to say. I essentially liked what I got from here. I'm still have some questions on what's, a thing going on, but again, I would say another pretty solid chapter from Dragon Ball and stuff like that. We get introduced to the Shigarians, which we find out the Shigarians actually their home is Granola's home planet, Planet Cereal. It's just the difference is they live in like a little bubble type of modernized, futuristic looking town compared to Granola's, Planet Cereal town, which you can see it, my goodness, you can see it in the outskirts of the Shigarian city, like in just ruins and rubbles and stuff like that. Clearly, you have like the Shigarians like, why don't you just live here, Granola? But Granola's like, nah, me and the old guy, we don't really fricking we don't really mess around and we don't deal with this and stuff like that. So yeah, we also understand that the heaters were essentially the reason why the Shigarians got Planet Cereal, because they sold it to them. So in a way, it's kind of weird, but hey, Granola doesn't do anything to bother them and stuff like that. Now, the thing with Granola's whole storyline, well, actually, before I get back to that, after the Granola stuff in the intro of the chapter, we cut over to Beerus and Vegeta, and it was a pretty interesting conversation we have here. And essentially, Beerus goes out and asks the questions like, bro, how many planets have you Saiyans destroyed? And obviously Vegeta's like, well, I wouldn't know. We destroyed countless minis, but regardless. And anyways, the whole thing is, listen, Vegeta, essentially, we know this is Vegeta who atones for his sins of the past. And, you saw in the last arc, in the moral arc, when it came to the Namekians. He wanted to save the Namekian planet because he felt bad for having destroyed, or killed innocent Namekians and stuff like that. And the thing about Beerus is, which essentially, we get here is essentially Beerus is telling Vegeta, like, listen, you need to drop all, reasons and senses of what you did in the past and put that stuff behind you. Essentially, Beerus is essentially telling him, listen, forget whatever you did in the past and move on from it. Whatever happened, happened, and stuff like that. And he goes on to further explain, like, the only way you're gonna ever use my technique or whatever, or this power you want to learn, you're gonna have to, like, have no self-thought, essentially, of what you did in the past and stuff like that. So yeah, and it's very freaking, interesting and stuff like that. Essentially, things happen where, things get freaking crazy and stuff like that. And man, we get into Beerus versus Vegeta whatever part, they fight again, and stuff like that. And Vegeta essentially gets wrecked. Which, again, I guess you can say further points the evidence and the factor that I guess Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta cannot stand up to Beerus. Now, some people may be like, it still makes no sense in terms of writing with how far Goku and Vegeta have come along. Yes, it doesn't make sense. Like, should they, with the so many tasks they've freaking handled? Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, well, I guess I can still understand. Beerus is a god of destruction, So yeah, and again, this further evidence to points that Vegeta is significantly weaker than Goku. Unless we get a freaking Master Ultra Instinct Goku versus Beerus fight, I'm gonna say otherwise. Again, I said it in my critique. I said it in the one Dragon Ball Super manga chapter review when I saw Goku be able to transform into Master Ultra Instinct at will. How are you gonna have freaking villains now? Freaking, I guess you can say, stronger enemies actually be a threat to Goku. Like literally, the only threats to Goku are the angels, and the gods of destruction. Which again, I still think they made Goku Master Ultra Instinct way too fast to be able to instinctively or on instant transform into it at will, essentially. So yeah. Yeah, Beerus essentially tells him, like, listen, as long as you have doubt in your mind, or in your soul, your power will never be the power you want me to teach you is not going to be used and stuff like that. Again, the further evidence to point, we actually do get a big revelation here from Beerus. He actually tells Vegeta that he was the main reason to why, he blew up the planet. Or he was the main culprit of why Planet Vegeta was destroyed, because we know Beerus told Frieza to do it and stuff like that. You would think Vegeta would have a little bit more of a reaction, but he kind of just turns into Super Saiyan Blue and he starts fighting. You would think, like, dog, you would actually care, like, wait. You would think Vegeta would be like, wait, you did this entire time? And Beerus could be like, oh yeah, of course I did. But they kind of don't really go into the reaction of, really Vegeta ultimately to man. Now, again, this could be a plot line later down in the storyline where, Vegeta, I guess you could say, still respects Beerus, but has some resentment, and then maybe he tells Kakarot, like, hey, he was the guy that destroyed our planet and stuff like that. So, yeah, again, like I said, when I mean Vegeta got mopped, he got mopped bad. Like, didn't even land a hit on him. So, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, still not stronger than Beerus. Okay, after everything we've been through, Revival of Earth, Universe 6 tournament, Goku Black Arc, Tournament of Power, Immortal Arc, with all the impressive feats of Vegeta really have seen, still gets mopped by Beerus. Well, okay, that's interesting because we don't know. Vegeta's the punching bag. Stuff like that. So yeah, essentially what we're led to also believe to incline this move that Beerus apparently is going to be teaching Vegeta is the Hakai technique. Okay, I don't know how that's going to be so much more stronger than Ultra Instinct Goku, but okay, let's give Vegeta Hakai. Unless I'm guessing what seems like they're gonna go freaking the Topo route where he has God of Destruction energy. Okay, fine. Maybe Vegeta can do that and stack, his Super Saiyan transformations on that to make him stronger. That's my only other guess. But it's like, okay, Hakai, really? That's the equivalent to Ultra Instinct. Again, it's Vegeta's own way, but it's like, really? Again, it's the same thing. You would think Dragon Ball would come up with something inventive. To some extent, they do, but again, it's just kind of like, oh, I guarantee you, it's gonna be the exact same thing like Topo. He's gonna have freaking, his power boost is gonna be him being able to use God of Destruction energy in terms of, like I said, Hakai, and then probably being able to stack Super Saiyan Blue on that, or Super Saiyan God, whatever you want to call it, which it still won't get him up to Master Ultra Instinct Goku level, I'll tell you that. Again, how is that going to put him on the same level as Goku? No idea, because God of Destruction Topo is not stronger than MUI Goku. Like, and if we're speaking of anything, God of Destruction Topo actually got beat by Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. So again, how is this gonna give Vegeta his big bad power boost? Again, It's gonna be make Vegeta get a power boost, okay, fine, but it's not gonna make him abnormally strong. Again, it's gonna be the whole thing, you know? They go up against a new threat, then Master Ultra Instinct Goku will come in and save the day, which how they're gonna create a villain, which seems like it's gonna be a Granola. How they're gonna make him stronger than Master UI Goku, I have no fucking clue. Speaking of Granola, we cut back to what Granola's doing, and we actually see, first things first before I get back to Granola. Now the Heaters actually bring up a point because they see a recording of 7-3's footage about when they went over to Zuno, and they find out about the Dragon Balls in this. And they say that, well, guess what? You know that Granola has some Dragon Balls on his planet, which we later find out that the reason why Granola has Dragon Balls on Planet Cereal or Planet Sugar, whatever, Planet Cereal. I'm just gonna call it Planet Cereal. You find out that there's actually a Dragon Clan member of the Namekian tribe who actually, you know, is living on the planet. As I look for his name is Molito, I believe his name is. I'm trying to find his name. Hold on, guys. Okay, no, my bad. My bad on the name. His name is Monito. But we see that he's a Namekian living on Planet Cereal, and we find out that Planet Cereal used to house Namekians until, you know, what happened with the planet and stuff like that. So essentially, he's the last living, you know, Namekian on this planet. And we actually do cut over to New Namek, where Grand Elder Mori is actually telling some younger Namekians about the fact about that, you know, Namekians came from like a completely different realm, which again is further hinting at the fact and kind of actually pretty cool, the fact that, okay, who knows, maybe we could get a potential future Namekian arc down the road talking about where Namekians truly did come from, and stuff like that. It's never specified if, you know, Namekians relocated from another universe or a completely other different realm. You know, we know another realm, you know, in the Dragon Ball world is the Demon Realm. Is there some sort of realm where it's just purely Namekians? You know, whether they're good, bad, or indifferent, you know, interesting things, who knows? I still, personally, me, speaking about an arc dealing with different realms, I always advocated, why doesn't Dragon Ball use things out of the Dragon Ball Hero stuff in terms of taking things like the Demon Realm and putting it into the official canon? You know, I would love, like, the Demon Realm is a thing because obviously Deborah, but I am still waiting for a Demon Realm arc. Like, you know, no lie, I would honestly end the series off with the last major test with our heroes Goku and Vegeta dealing with members from the Demon Realm. That means if you have to make Toa, Mira, Mechikabura, all these demons we know from the Dragon Ball Heroes, you know, story, you know, canonized, and you have a whole demon war against the Demon Realm trying to take over, you know, the universe and make the Demon Realm, you know, their own and try to, you know, control everything like the God hierarchy, the Kais and stuff like that. I swear, I think that, you know, having a demon war to end the series off, I've always advocated, why don't they just get the Demon Realm characters, like, make these Demon Realm characters canonized, put them in their main, you know, story, and you can come up with what I would say a pretty good arc. And the last test could be, you know, Goku and Vegeta going up against Mechikabura, who is essentially, I would call, the leader of the Demon Realm, essentially. And then that's where you can end your story off for good. I've always advocated they do a Demon Realm storyline. I still want them to do a Demon Realm storyline till this day, because if they do that, I would honestly be very intrigued to see how that goes. But again, yeah, and further homes the fact, he also speaks of the fact that Dragon Balls can come in different shapes and different sizes, as well as the numbers, not quantity. The number can vary, which we find out here that on Planet Cereal, there are only 2 Dragon Balls, and they're essentially very small ones. and stuff like that. Now Granola knows about the Dragon Balls, and he's like, they can grant me any wish I want. But Monaito's like, listen, you can't use the Dragon Balls because the wish you're trying to make is a selfish wish, and you shouldn't be doing that for your own personal gain and stuff like that. Which eventually we know Granola goes against, because what I would call a legit cop out, because we find out early in the chapter before the second Dragon Ball appears. One, we find out that there's only 2 Dragon Balls for Planet Cereal's case. Literally, you know, Monaito says the other Dragon Ball's been lost for like 40 plus years. Next thing you know, Granola's just watching the news on TV, and they find out a fisher, a Shugarian found it within, and I'm like, really? That's plot convenience. So, in my essence, that's bad writing by Toritaro and Toriyama. The fact that, oh, you mentioned in the same chapter, yeah, this Dragon Ball's been gone for 40 plus years. Only for a few panels later and a few pages later to be like, oh, somebody found the Dragon Ball that instant. Really? You can come up with better writing than that. Jesus, at least make Granola actually look around the planet for the damn thing. And then, you know, you have a few, maybe a chapter or 2 where you have him look, and maybe by chapter 71, the cliffhanger for chapter 71 would have been, oh, I don't know, that same thing where the Shugarian's like, I found something and stuff like that, and then you have Granola see it. If they had, you know, stalled this out maybe a chapter or 2, okay, fine, that's good, but okay, we want to rush the story along to get things going, okay, yeah, I kind of have a problem with that. They should have made it to where the next chapter you have Granola desperately looking for the Dragon Ball, and he just can't find it. And then maybe you leave the cliffhanger off in chapter 70. Oh, somebody's got the Dragon Ball. Would have made much more sense if they did it that route, but okay. Maybe they would have did that if it was a weekly thing. But sadly, Dragon Ball Super only releases every month. But anyways, what happens is Granola goes to where the Dragon Ball's being held. He steals it. He goes and then he summons the dragon, which the dragon looks like a mixture of, you know, the Super Dragon Balls dragon and, you know, a little bit of Shenron. And it looks very unique. We don't know its official name. So yeah, maybe we'll find that out next manga chapter what its official name is. It looks really cool. I will say that the design of the dragon looks really cool. It doesn't look like a standard, you know, design. Again, like I said, it looks like the Super Dragon Balls dragon mostly, just with more, I guess you can say, you know, more dragon-like features to him. And essentially in the wishes, Granola says like, yo, make me like turn me into the greatest, you know, warrior in the universe, and that's where the manga chapter ends off. Now, we don't know if he gets his wish so to anybody who was, you know, complaining about, oh, are you serious, bro? Listen, we have not seen next month's chapter, which won't release till March 19th. So we don't know if the wish will go through. Now, now, in my personal opinion, the wish should not go through. Because if you're telling me Granola is asking this dragon with 2 Dragon Balls, and Monaito, who looks really freaking old and doesn't look very strong, he should not get this wish. He should not get this wish. Because if he gets this wish, we're talking about turning the greatest warrior in the universe. He'd be stronger than Master Ultra Instinct Goku. He'd probably be stronger. I'd say you can consider Beerus in the category of a warrior in the universe. Regardless, if they go through with this and, you know, the chapter starts off, oh, your wish has been granted and stuff like that, I really am going to have an issue with this. And again, I'm going to be just as frustrated as I was when Goku gave Moro the damn fucking senzu bean. Dragon Ball Super, Toritaro and Toriyama better, and I mean better not, give Granola this wish. Because if they do this, every other damn wish from the past of Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z would be completely worthless. Because it's like, oh, so when you tried to wish away your villains, it never worked because the power was too good. He should not get a power that essentially has him getting stronger than god tier characters. Especially when the dragon only has 2 Dragon Balls, and the Namekian who overrules the Dragon Balls on this planet is old. So, hopefully, and I mean hopefully, Toritaro and Toriyama do the right thing, and they say his wish cannot be granted because that's outside the limit of my power, because there are stronger beings in this universe. And maybe this will make a way where it becomes inventive of a way for Granola to find a way to get stronger. Again, like I said, this is the problem. This is the problem. When you have guys like Goku and Vegeta, who are essentially god tier characters in terms of Goku, now knowing Master Ultra Instinct, how the fuck are these characters, these supposed villains, these antagonists to these story arcs, gonna get up to Goku levels? The only way I see it is that there's some ancient beings like Moro from 1,000 years in the past who essentially reawaken and were very strong at their time and still has that strength, or you have them fighting characters that are essentially rogue, that are essentially gods of destruction that go rogue. Which again, I've furthered home with the facts. This is why I would like to see a Demon Realm, Demon Realm characters be brought into the fact, because with the Demon Realm, you wouldn't know. You could say the Demon Realm characters could be abnormally strong, and stuff like that. That's why I would like to see a Demon Realm arc in the future, because you can say, well, guess what? You can just make the Demon Realm characters on the god tier levels. So, well, some of them at least on the god tier levels, and stuff like that. You can introduce Demon God Demigra, Demon God, all these stuff. Give them their Demon God transformations. That's what I'm saying. Bring some elements from, heroes in terms of the demon realms and some stuff like that into the main, thing. Not like, obviously, Super Saiyan or, stuff, but take some, villain stuff, which is only really the demon realm. That's kind of the only really, things about that. But yeah, but it's going to be very interesting. I enjoyed the chapter for some of the faults it had. It's going to be very interesting. So hopefully Toriyama and Toritaro don't do the right things. But again, it's those two. I'm not exactly comfortable with what decisions they've been doing as of late when it comes to Dragon Ball. But other than that, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Till then, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, good God! So other than that, hopefully you guys stay safe out there. And until then, guys, I'll see you guys later. Peace.